Hi, this is Santiago Zapata. I am the lead designer of NovaMundi, and today I'm going to show you some menus of the gameplay of the game, of what we have so far. Please keep in mind that the game is still in development. Today we're launching the Steam page from where you can wishlist the game and also get detailed news of the development. So please check it out, and yeah, let's play the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and play. We are going to create a new expedition into NovaMundi. In this scenario, we are going to go and explore the new world. Uh, our brother sailed to the new world a couple years ago, and we are going to follow his steps. But yeah, we need someone to fund our expedition, and we got the funds, and we are ready to set sail. So the first thing we do is create a new explorer. You For now you can only change the name, and in the future you will be able to change the culture and also the sponsor for the expedition, which will have different, depending on the sponsor that you picked, you will have different starting resources but also different missions. Alright, now the next step is we need to supply the expedition, so we are going to go to the guild, and from here we are going to hire some people. For now we only have a single explorer, so let's get a couple more explorers, some arquebusiers and some soldiers. And yeah, we need the soldiers to defend ourselves in the new world from ambushes from hostile natives, which there are some tribes out there that are hostile, but also mainly from animals and other dangers that are out there. And the explorers, on the other hand, we need them to be able to properly map the world. Now that we have hired the people that we are going to take into the new world, we need to supply them with rations. So we are going to stock in rations here. And then we also need some trade goods. So trade goods are used to trade with the natives for food, for supplies mainly, but also for native artifacts and other things that they have and that we can sell back into Europe. So let's take some of them, just like to start. Depending on the the culture of the people that we are trading with, they will value some things more over the others. So for this first voyage, we're going to take just one of each, just to know what they valued more. And then we are also going to take some horses. We have 11,000 gold, so let's take at least 3 horses. And they are pretty expensive, but they allow us to move more quickly when exploring the world. So yeah, I think that's enough. Let's get some more supplies. Just to keep our outposts stocked while they get some food. Alright, now that we have supplied the expedition, we are ready to set sail. So that's what we are going to do. Seems like our ship has some buoyancy issues. Alright. So the game is the area of the world that you're exploring is always generated, I mean, for each new adventure. And it's not like an entire continent, it's a small portion of the continent, and that's the portion that you're exploring. So, well, we are here, we are arriving to the new world. We can sail a little bit if we want. When you move while sailing, well, you move much quicker. But yeah, I mean, the main point is exploring the mainland, but you can like survey the land a little bit. As you explore, well, there are some gameplay elements here. This is the compass, which is very important to orient yourself and know like where you're heading. And then you have the minimap, which shows your surroundings, the time wheel, which I mean shows the time of the day. Well, this is good. This is a settlement. I will go to that in a bit. Then there's the map. When you click on the mini-map, you can see like the full map of what you have explored so far. Yeah, and then there's some indication here, number of people in your expedition, the number of food days, your level of fatigue, and some commands here. Well, this is the inventory, where you can check the inventory when you are in land, and the discovery journal, which is filled with your discoveries when you make them. So yeah, let's land here. When we are landing, we need to like decide who's going to land, or we may disembark everyone. For now, let's create like a exploration expedition. We're going to go to that native town and see what they are up to. So let's take these 3 guys along with the 3 horses and supply them with some food. And then let's take the trade goods that we took here. We have landed now, so we are now in the world. Okay, so this is an event that happened. Currently we don't have many events implemented, but that's like one of the main things that we're going to do in the upcoming months to make exploration more interesting. So yeah, in this case, one of the guys in our exploration got injured. So we're going to go to that native town that we found. But before we go there, let's rest for the night. So as you can see, there's a day and night cycle. In the night you can see like less of the map around you, so that's why the camera zoomed in. We're going to camp here. Okay. And now let's go into that settlement. Okay, so since this is the first time that we met this culture, this native culture, we were greeted with this discovery. And yeah, each discovery is rated. So we got a 3-star discovery for the culture, and then a single star for this new town that we found. So we now have 4 stars. Of course, we're going to expand these descriptions a bit more, but for now they are more like placeholders. Alright, now we are in the town. So here we can see the buildings that are in the town. We can go inside the building and talk with like the chieftain of the settlement. Okay, so we can ask him different things, the plants that are around, if he knows of any animal species around. So he tells us that there's a jaguar to the west, llamas to the southwest, bison to the south. So we can use these directions to go and look for these animals in a little bit. For example, we could check into the jaguars to the west. Also, we can ask him if there's any dangerous tribes around, if there's any towns around. So there's 3 towns around which we can visit afterwards. And if he knows about the temple ruins, so this is one of the things that we were sent to discover to the new world, or if he knows of any gold veins, that's like another objective. We can create gold mines and then settlements around these gold mines. Then we can also ask him for a description of his town, and yeah, we can also check them out. These people live in round tents and wears woven clothes. They have great monuments and seem not to use currency to trade. We can finally ask him about the things they produce. So they produce food rations. This culture is specialized in creating food, probably hunting, and they like weapons and animals. So, and we can also ask him from, in this case, this is contextual to the mission that we're in this case for the brother that we're looking for. Okay, and finally we can trade. So this interface needs to be updated with the latest changes, but basically it's a barter interface. So what we do is we offer him stuff. So he told us that they value the weapons and the and the animals. So in this case, they value the horses a lot, but they are very expensive, so we are not going to offer them that. We can offer them, for example, this sword and then this axe, and see how many artifacts or fluctuations they can give us in return. Yeah, it seems that they value their native artifacts a lot and won't trade us these. Okay, in this case, they are trading us these 4 items for a single native artifact. Let's do that. In the future, we can, since we know that they value animals a lot, in future voyages we can bring pigs or cows to trade with them. Okay, so we traded. Now we have the artifact. And yeah, so they told us there are jaguars to the west, I think. So we're going to go and look for them. But first we're going to establish a settlement. So we're going to go and pick the people from the ship. Since we have the horses, we can also change to horse movement. This is a temporal placeholder model. We're doing the current one, but yeah, that allows us to move much more quickly, but we need 1 horse for each member of the expedition. Another random event, sickness. As I mentioned, we are planning to add a lot more of them. Alright, so let's make disembark everyone and take with us as many food rations as we can. Since we have horses, I thought I had brought, I only brought horses. Well, I could also have brought mules, which cannot be ridden. I mean, you cannot mount them, but they can be used as pack animals. In here I'm going to leave the native artifact in the ships, because we intend to take them back to Europe to sell them, so we don't need to take them down. And let's take some more food rations here. Right, so now we disembark it. We are going to establish our settlement here. By the way, when we discover that town, it's added to the map here, and you can also see the place where you disembark it. Alright, let's place our settlement here. Oh, that's not the command. Okay, so it's now just a camp, but as we add more people in, and in the future as we make more buildings on it, it's going to grow in size. We can rename it, so let's name it new I don't know, new steam land. And then let's drop some of the stuff. For example, we can leave this trade goods here and some supplies. As I mentioned, that right now it's just a camp, but as you build, make buildings on it and transfer people in, it's going to change into a different kind of place. So let's leave some soldiers here and some explorers, and as we transfer 5 people, it grows into an outpost. And I forgot that we had the missions here. We had that quest of creating an outpost, so we completed that, and we will get the reward once we return to Europe. And yeah, the settlements in the New World, they produce food, but we should still leave them some food so that they can like start their production. And we also can leave food here because it's heavy, right? So we don't need to be carrying all that. We're going to go on an expedition to find those jaguars, so I think 8 days should be enough. And yeah, we are going to leave only 3 people in the expedition because we want to ride the horses. Hopefully we won't meet like any hostile natives. And by the way, this is a very important thing in the project. we in no you cannot like be hostile directly with the natives. You can only trade with them and defend yourself from some of them that will attack you, but you cannot conquer them. This is not like a conquest game. If you want to settle, you can like coexist peacefully with them. But more importantly, settling in the new world, it's not like the main aspect of the game. The game is focused on the expedition and the different discoveries that you can make. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. As you can see, well, we grew the camp and now it's an outpost. And yeah, it's also displayed on the map now. So let's go to that to find those jaguars. We're going to ride our horses and go back to this city and then face west. So we use our compass for that, and let's just ride west and see what we can find. We have 7 days worth of food, so when we have like I don't know 3, we should probably be heading back. Let's camp for the night. Let's continue west. So when we are like in the plains, we can see a lot. I mean, the field of view is bigger. Right now it's raining, so that's why it's more limited. But normally it's bigger. We kind of deviated a little bit northwest, but hopefully we can still find those jaguars in this. Probably they are deep inside this jungle. So moving in the jungle is slower, and you can no longer use like the bonus of movement that the mounted units have. But yeah, sometimes it's the only way to go, and more importantly, most of the discoveries are inside the jungle, so you need to go there. Okay, more injuries. Let's see how we are doing. Well, we are a bit injured. By the way, well, here you can see the discovery that you have made. As I mentioned, right now we only have the discovery of the culture and the town, and yeah, 70. All right. So yeah, let's go back, head back to the town. So that will be to the east, through this jungle. More sickness. We are getting pretty weak. So we have 2 of our units with a single hit point. That's dangerous because if one of them gets injured or something, they may die permanently. So I think we should be heading back to the camp to rest. Okay, we so far haven't had any luck finding the jaguar. So as you can see, we got notice about the production. So in the outpost they produce some food, and they can use that food both to sustain themselves, but they also produce some surplus that you can use to restock and make new expeditions. Alright, so another feature that we are going to have is right now you can like look at the map anytime and get like your exact location. Oh, wait a second. So we were attacked, and as I mentioned, 2 of our unit have died, the 2 that were injured, and yeah, that's bad. We are left with a single man, but we discovered the bison. So this bison is worth 5 discovery stars. So we've completed one of the missions that we had, which was making discovery in worth 5 stars. That will give us another reward in Europe. But more importantly, we got this new discovery. Again, we are working on the descriptions for these events to be more detailed. But yeah, that's like an animal discovery. So we're going to head back into our camp. We are now down to a single unit. Hopefully we can return without dying. So we're going to rush there. We are not that far. This is the native town. Oh, and then we got sick, so we are very close to dying. Hopefully we can manage. We did not manage to return. So we were injured, and since we were down to 1 HP, we're now dead. So well, that was like a very brief expedition into NovaMundi. We managed to create a settlement, well, an outpost, and then discover some stuff and dying. And yeah, so that's like what we have so far. I don't think I missed a lot. I mean, you can still, the mission is to go deep into the mountains, and in there you can see like another cultures, and finally, I mean, ultimately look for the temple ruins and for your brother. I hope you like this gameplay, and again, please visit our Steam page. We'll wishlist the game if you like it, and we'll keep informed of all the development that we're going to be doing in the upcoming months. So thank you for watching.